9 is less than 917. 915 is less than 917. I don't know what my iPad's doing there. And 990 is greater than 917. And we want the one that is greater. So let's go with option D for number 12. Number 13. Ooh, this one looks scary, but don't worry, we'll get it here. The diameter of a dime is 17.914 millimeters. How is the diameter of a dime expressed in expanded notation? So I don't even want you to look at those answer choices for a minute. Let's look right here, 17.914. This is all about place value. I have a 4 in the thousandths place. I have a 1 in the hundredths place. I have a 9 in the tenths place. And there's where the decimal places are separated from 7 in the ones place and 1 in the tens place. So this is that expanded notation. Now, let's start right here. Here is 1 times 10. That one matches up. Okay, so let's move on. There's 7 ones. 7 times 1. So far, so good. 9 tenths. 9 times a tenth. This is looking good. Let me get a different color so we can keep them all separate. 1 hundredth. 1 times a hundredth. And if we can get one more to fit, we've got it. 4 in the thousandths place. There it is. We are looking at B as this answer. It looks very, very complicated in expanded form. It is complicated, but it all is based on those place values. I like that problem. Even though it looks horrendous, we can do it if we just think through it. Number 14. Amber pays $105 for a jacket. Janice claims she can buy the same jacket for about $95. Which two amounts could Janice pay for the jacket before the price was rounded to the nearest dollar? Be careful on this one. We're looking at Janice's amount, and Janice says she can buy for $95. This first bit of information is a distractor. I don't even need that bit of information. I'm going to round all of these dollar choices, and again, we need 2 of them. So 2 of these should round to 95. So let me zoom in here and we'll see what the neighbor tells us to do. So we have all of these are going to be our points of reference. And here we go. Neighbor says stay. Neighbor says round up. Neighbor says round up. Neighbor says stay. Neighbor says stay. Neighbor says round up. So which two of those match the $95 one? That would be C and D. So the answers for number 14 are both C and D. To get full credit, you have to tell me both of those, because both are true. Number 15. Taylor's time for the 50-yard freestyle is 31 16/100 seconds. Jayla swims the same distance in a time of 31 8/800 seconds. Who has the faster time, Taylor or Jayla? So we need to get Taylor's time and separate that from Jayla's time. Be very, very careful here. Keep them straight. Taylor is 31 16/100. Jayla is 31 8/800. So let's think about this. If you're swimming a freestyle and you are trying to get to the end before the other person, who wins? Who gets there in the least time? In this case, Jayla is faster because her time is shorter. And I know that's a little bit strange, at least to me. It's sort of a contradiction of terms. We normally think of the bigger amount being better, but if you're swimming, the shorter time is better. So the sentence that I would want to say is that 31.16 is greater than 31.08. Or we could say that 31.08 is less than 31.16. Either of those is true. And Jayla's time is shorter. So I'm liking option C on this one. So number 15, the answer is C. Number 16. A gas station has the gas price displayed as $2.299 per gallon. How much will Lacey pay per gallon of gas when rounded to the nearest hundredth? So we're going to round that price to the nearest hundredth. And hundredth is this place. So let's look back here. Neighbor says to round up, so the 29 cents becomes 30. $2.30 per gallon. Number 17. A pine tree grows 14.27 inches one year and 20.7 inches the next year. How many inches does it grow in 2 years? Now, if those were the same growth rates, we could multiply by 2, but since they're different, I'll have to add the two numbers. And that will give me 34.97 inches And that will be answer A. Which three comparisons are true? So in this one, we're looking for three true statements. A says 1/10 plus 1/100th. So that is 0.11 is less than 1/100th and 2/100ths. So we have to add these and then see if this is true. So 1/100th plus 2/100ths, that statement is false. For B, I'm going to work it on the left side so I'll have enough room to fit all of this in. 2/10 plus 3/100ths, so that's 0.23, is equal to 1/100th and 3/10. That is a false statement. Those are not the same thing. C, 6/10 and 5/100ths is less than 6/10 and 12/100ths. That is a true statement. So let's go ahead and mark that one. Remember, we need 3 of them. D, 7/10 and 15/100ths. So if you add those together, that's 0.85, is less than 7/10 and 11/100ths. That statement is false. And I'll tell you what, let me draw a line here so we can keep those separated. E, I'm going to put back on this side. Got 8/10 plus 89/100ths is 1.69, and that is supposed to be equal to 71/100ths and 98/100ths. And that statement is true. That's this one. And hopefully F is going to be true because I am looking for 3 of them. But let's see, because I could have made a mistake. Here's F. Have 9/10, 41/100ths. That's 0.50 is less than 8/10, 52/100ths. And yes, that statement is true. So that's the third one. that we are looking for. So the answer to number 18 is C, E, F. And finally, number 19. Rena spends $5.96 on lunch on Monday and $8.30 on lunch on Tuesday. How much more does Rena spend on Tuesday? How much more is a subtraction clue. So I have $8.30 minus $5.96, and I do have to borrow here. So 10 minus 6 is 4. 12 minus 9 is 3, and 2. So $2.34. I'm thinking option D. That brings us to the end of the Unit 3 review, to the end of Unit 3, and to the end of Book 1. So we have completed a whole workbook. If your instructors want you to use any of these pages, he or she will tell you about that, but otherwise you don't have to worry about those. I will be starting Book 2 very soon in the next video, and I hope that you'll join me for that one. As always, if you have any questions, please contact your instructor to get some extra help. I will see you soon, and I hope you have a really good day. Bye-bye.